Hi, this is a reading for Scorpio. I haven't done a proper reading for Scorpio for a very long time. So apologies. Scorpio, what do we need to tell you? Scorpio, what is the energy for Scorpio? Queen of Swords. Conversation, an honest conversation, potentially a feminine energy, air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You could be a Queen of Swords in a Queen of Swords energy at the moment. You're pursuing something. You're pursuing something and you're very clear about your goal at this moment. Like, you know what you want. Nobody else can, what do you call this, can change your mind at this moment. Okay, there's a deceptive energy here, or something is hidden that will be revealed. Okay, there's some kind of revelation. Also, somebody might discover cheating or deception or a form of a lie. Okay, it doesn't have to be really, really bad. Okay, somebody could also be discovering a fake information or a fake ending. Okay, an ending was faked, a death was faked, an ending of a cycle or something was faked or hidden or covered up, but it's going to be revealed, or it's going to be discovered. What do we need to know about this deception, this lie, this fake situation, fake information? You could be dealing with an artist. You could be an artist yourself, or this could be related to work. Mother and child. Mother and child. Mother and child. Yeah, there's some kind of discovery here. Oh, I don't know what this is. Sometimes it gets confusing. What do we need to know? What is this discovery? Ace of Wands, a sense of clarity. Okay. I don't know, Scorpio, if you're trying to learn about something new, like a new skill, or you're learning. You went back to university, or you're trying to learn about something. Somebody here is beginning a new journey or a new cycle, a new phase in terms of their work, commitment, career, reputation. And somebody's not giving up. Somebody's not giving up in learning, in studying this. Okay, it's like you're willing. Someone here is very willing to start from the bottom. Like, I'm willing to always to go back from step one if I have to repeat step one again and again and again, just so you could master this. There's someone here who's not giving up, not giving up the fight in learning again and again and again. But what is this? That's what the discovery is going to be. And the clarity of mind. There's a sense of clarity of mind with the Queen of Swords. What is this? I feel like somebody faked an information about an ending or a death. What is this Ten of Swords? Okay, I'm hearing the words, you don't need to go through this. You don't need to go through this Ten of Swords. Like, you don't need to go through an ending. The mentality of the Queen of Swords will help you. And the Queen of Swords is about is about not giving up the fight, to keep moving forward, even if it means starting again from scratch. What, you don't need to go through this ending? That's what I'm getting here. Ten of Swords. Ah, okay. Okay, someone is coming out of isolation, or a very long holiday. Yeah, someone is coming out of this, maybe misery or depression, welcoming a new happy times. Happy times are ahead of you, if this is you, Scorpio, or maybe the person that you're dealing with. Happy times are ahead of you, and you're coming out of this miserable situation or isolation or depression, or maybe you've been hospitalized. You're coming out of this. You're being discharged, and you're welcoming beautiful times ahead of you. And I think it's like a reward for your persistence. Your mind is actually telling you persist, even if it means you have to go back from scratch, even if it means you have to leave things behind. Persist, persevere in learning something. You don't. I thought this is like a fake information. I don't I Initially I thought it was a fake information, but then I realized this is your mind telling you you don't need to go through the Ten of Swords. You don't need to overwork anymore. It's as if to say you don't need to overwork anymore. You don't need to kill yourself, but you have to strategize. This is strategy. I forgot about that. Seven of Swords is about strategizing, creating some kind of backup plans on how to achieve a goal. But because it one card has multiple interpretations, and the Queen of Swords is like, look at you, look at what you're doing. You're struggling. You don't need to struggle. You don't need to kill yourself just to achieve this. All you have to do is come up with a smart strategy. That is what the Seven of Swords is about, and this is what your mind is telling you. Work smarter, not harder, because when you work too hard, you're going to injure yourself, or you're going to damage something. And that is beautiful, because I said explain the Ten of Swords. You're going to come out of this. I think some of you must have been hospitalized again. There was harm done to yourself. Maybe you've overworked, or did something far too much. It's too much for you to bear. Maybe it resulted to a physical injury, but your mind, it's like your inner knowing is telling you you don't need to go through that, Scorpio. All you have to do is come up with a strategy, an effective strategy, and you don't have to go through this Ten of Swords. For some of you, you must have had like literal damage to your back, maybe a lower back, or to your spine. Okay, it could be as literally as it sounds, as literal as it sounds. And some of you must have been inside the hospital for so long. You must have gone through therapy or rehabilitation, maybe of your legs. When an athlete was injured because you used it was a wrong technique of kicking, or you serve the ball in a different manner, as in tennis. Like, this is why you practice backhand movement, or serving. The same thing with volleyball, these kinds of things. Maybe you harmed yourself in a manner because you're using a different technique, or your technique was wrong. Mind you, the Queen of Swords could be an actual person coming to your life. It could be a mentor, a coach, a therapist, a doctor that's going to advise you on what is the best way to accomplish your goals. It could also be a teacher, because I said there's this element of you, there's an energy of you here pursuing, persisting, not giving up the fight, even if it means starting again, all over again, even if it means leaving things behind, starting your life in a new place, in a new country, in a new town, leaving a career, or your reputation behind, not in a bad way, like leave things behind in order for you to start a new life, starting again from scratch. I know someone who took up economics back in university. He's French. I used to date this guy a long time ago. And then he was already in a managerial position. He was doing well financially, but then he was willing to leave everything behind because he wasn't happy anymore. It wasn't fulfilling. So he left that managerial position. I think he was working for a Nike. No, it was a distributor shop, like a dealer, like a shop, selling branded shoes. And he was willing to leave all of those things behind to start his own restaurant. But then because he doesn't have a background in being a restaurateur, what he did was he he volunteered himself. He volunteered to be some kind of assistant chef in a restaurant without pay. You see, this is what I'm getting here. Willing to leave things behind to start from scratch. Like, this is like a new, see, cup. This is a cup and this is a pentacle. These are two different industries. These are two different areas. Comparing this to that man's situation, he left a managerial post in an apparel industry, sports shoes apparel industry, leaving that behind to start a new life in restaurant business. This is you, but starting from scratch. Like, again, comparing the story with a guy, he was willing to start as an assistant chef. He wanted to experience what it's like to manage a restaurant, and he even suggested that, I'm willing to work for free for 3 months. He gave himself time, 3 months, just so he can experience how to manage a restaurant. He can experience how to prepare meals, how to talk to people, these kinds of things. God, I love that man's work etiquette. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. I feel like maybe there's a person in your life, a mentor, another business owner. Maybe this is an older sister or your mother or grandmother who's going to give you this kind of sense, who's willing to knock out some sense into your life. Okay, maybe this is a stranger, okay, that's going to suggest to you, why don't you do this, okay, instead of this, like a mentor, a coach. Maybe you know this person already, okay, but it looks like there's something here that you've been doing so much to the point of breakage, like you broke something in you. Maybe it affected your mental health, but what you have to do was for you to strategize. Like, you don't need to, not everybody has to be a doctor to succeed in life. You could be an engineer, you could be a business owner, something like that. All you need is a strategy. You don't need to carry all the swords in your back. So you're coming out of this. This could also mean to say, taking a break, like a very long break, a long hiatus from all of these things, from this project. But you're coming out of this long pause, a long analysis, you're coming out of this. And this is it. This is what's coming to you. Happy times ahead of you. Celebration. There's a celebration that's coming to you. See, I can see this. I forgot to mention to you the oracle cards. I feel like this is the mentor that I'm talking about, or the coach who's going to give you some kind of realization that, hey, all you have to do is strategize, okay? And see, like a mother to her daughter or to her son. And I think somehow you're going to look up to this person, or maybe they have a very lengthy experience when it comes to this thing that you've been working on, to this project, and they're going to help you achieve this success, okay? Mentor, older sister, or someone who knows what they're doing. You might meet this person in person or maybe online. And again, this is related to your passion. This is related to your commitment, to your work, to something that you've been working on. You've been sticking your claws in. All is possible. You're choosing your own path. Good times are ahead of you, okay? Transformation. Okay, a fresh new way of living emerges. Something new. I told you, good times are ahead. This is not just random good times. This is a stable happiness. It could last for 5, 10, 20 years. For some of you, you could be getting married, or there could be something about a wedding, celebration, birthday, graduation. You're moving forward. Some of you could be traveling to another town, another country, that might be necessary for you to accomplish this happiness. Tell me about this Ten of Cups for Scorpio, and for anyone without Scorpio placement, and you can resonate with this reading. Okay, this I don't know if it came out in reverse. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, good luck. Good luck is ahead of you. If you can resonate with the reading or the message or even just the title, maybe this is for you. Good times are ahead of you. A celebration of the product, the results of your labor. But first, strategy. It takes strategy for you to build up your momentum, to get the results that you need. Good times are ahead of you. Someone or something is about to happen. Scorpio, again, I think you're dealing with your passion, your commitment, your reputation, your career. So that's why you have the Queen of Pentacles. So maybe you're trying to achieve success in your work, business, and you're not giving up the fight. See, there's an energy here of someone that's going to change career, that's going to change their situation from Cup to Pentacles. Like a different, like the story that I mentioned, a different industry. It's coming, it's happening. Knight of Swords. You're going to see this. It might not be like millions, or thousands. It could be just as simple as finally I can spot it. Finally, it's all about strategy. It's not about how big the capital is. It's about the strategy. What is happening? Knight of Swords. Yeah. A resolution. There's a resolution to this conflict or chaos or argument. Somebody might come in to apologize, or someone might come into your life to what do you call this, bring back balance into your life. Okay, this could be a separate energy that's coming in. Again, as I said, there's a woman, there's a feminine energy that's coming into you to assist you figure things out through strategy. Okay, somebody from the past could be coming back to you, or this could be like a childhood related issue or something related to a child. But this is a symbol of rejuvenation, a renewal of a beautiful energy, nostalgia as well. Yeah, a new idea. See, a new idea. I think you've nurtured this idea for a very long time. A new idea is coming to you. Page of Wands. Or a message. Some of you might receive a message from a past person, a past alliance, past work, maybe an offer. Yeah, it could be related to finances, abundance, something from the past that wasn't able to let you go, or you couldn't let go. Maybe it was important, but it wasn't like a proper timing. And you have a cup. You have a cup. This is the hand of God offering you a new beginning, a time for harvest. But there's a new way. Your life is going to transform. This is the entire reading for you, Scorpio. A new way of living is coming to the surface, and this is related to your work, commitment, reputation, business, perhaps, source of income. There could be a past person coming to you to discuss matters, or maybe an apology. This could be a separate energy coming in on top of this mentor or coach that's coming to you, or this could be your coach, or this could be someone who's willing to contribute to your life. Okay, and a much needed, I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is like a solution to a long-standing issue. Okay, But good luck. Good luck to you, Scorpio. You're coming out of isolation. You're coming out of this long pause and hiatus and then long break, or just like feeling clueless. It's going to be over soon. Okay, I wish you guys all the best. Good luck.